NBC News intelligence and national security reporter Ken Dilanian. So are authorities any closer to determining a motive? I mean, this man, who he was, how he lived, such a mystery.
It is. It's the great mystery, Stephanie. I think they are closer. They're just not talking about it today. Last night, they held a news conference and disclosed that they searched a property that he had in Reno, in Northwest Nevada, and they suggested that they pulled some relevant material out of there, perhaps from his computers, but they weren't ready to talk about it. But you're absolutely right. This guy's profile deepens the mystery because there really isn't a set pattern of mass shooters, but to the extent that there are commonalities, this man doesn't fit any of them. He was prosperous. His family says he was perhaps worth $2 million. He appeared to be making his living as a professional gambler. He was a college graduate. He had worked as an auditor for a defense contractor, and he was not a loner. He had a companion, a girlfriend that he lived with in a retirement community. And this guy's 64 years old. So you put all this together, it just does not add up. And then we're not seeing any record of extremism, any criminal record, any really relevant social media presence. The only flag in his background happens to be that his father was a bank robber who was once called a psychopath by authorities. But that may be relevant, it may not. His family members are saying they never saw any sign of this. Generally, with mass shooters, a day, 2 days after, you start to hear from people who saw signs. There tend to have been some kind of signs. We're just not seeing that here, and we're really waiting for what authorities find, on social media, on computers, on things that they're searching now on his various properties.
It really is strange to be this far in and not have those kinds of things.
That research, the Sandy Hook Promise put it out yesterday, 80% of gunmen in mass shootings show signs of mental instability, talked to friends, neighbors, families about, decisions that they wanted to make, a desire to be violent. None of that is the case here.
And yet he had this cache of weapons that were not collector-style weapons.